What's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? Welcome to another episode of The Limitless Podcast, the Common Man Everyday Dad's podcast, where we just talk about
such a long phrase, but it's so awesome.
I'm sorry, it just rolls off the tongue.
It does.
You know what I'm saying?
It don't roll off, but it kind of,
it rolls off mine.
Take a step.
So anyway, it was what it is. But what we're talking about, fatherhood, anime, and sports, and
yes.
we got some spicy stuff going on right now. Now I know there's been a lot going on in the anime world and the sports world, but for the sake of this episode,
few people done took it to heart. They ain't then what? I guess put their freedom on the line.
I guess, but hey, it is what it is. So in this episode, we're going to focus solely on the anime. So
let's go.
All right, so. If you haven't been keeping tabs on what's been going on with the anime world, so for those of you who don't know, when it comes to manga, there are some manga that come out weekly, some manga come out monthly, just
yearly.
depends on the popularity.
Yeah, it depends,
right?
Yeah.
Now, there has been a side business going on where there are these leakers that come out, and they just pretty much provide a preview. A fully translated preview of
they're
what
anime
the manga
hackers.
is.
They're anime hackers.
Yeah, pretty much.
And
so this has become like a big issue, right? Because a lot, and like you explained in pre-production, a lot of these artists or production companies, it's painstaking work that goes into.
They're hoeing the artists. Like let's just call it. It's painstaking work. They are hoeing the artists by all stretch of the imagination.
See, Von's coming at this from a artist standpoint, because
absolutely,
for those of you who don't know, Von is writing his
creating
own
my own comic book for
but
kids.
Now for me, I just enjoy I'm a consumer of said entertainment.
Yeah,
so,
you don't understand. Yeah,
but
whatever.
So before we even get into our main conversation, right? With these leakers, apparently some have been arrested.
Yes.
Some have started deleting their digital footprint so they can deleting their account so they don't have any digital footprint of what they've been doing.
If you're a legitimate hacker, you can do it. If you are low level amateur, they probably already got you. They're going to find you in some shape, form, or fashion.
So for the sake of, we could always just have an argument of just talking about what they did, but for the sake of our podcast, our episode, I think it'll be a great conversation for us to talk about from the creator's perspective and the consumer's perspective. Okay. Whether this is something that is you're glad that it happened versus something that you were depending on these leakers, essentially.
So from an artist standpoint, I'll take that. I'll take that one. So from an artist standpoint, to a certain degree, you do kind of depend on the leakers, because and reason being is because it gives them some information, but it also creates suspense. Yeah, we all know suspense is the number one thing when anything is coming out. Ergo, that's why they have trailers. Yep. So for manga, you don't see a lot of trailers for it.
At all.
It's so many animes that are being released. Yeah, you don't get the trailers for it. So the leakers are not doing a bad thing in that regard, because you're creating the suspense for the consumer. Yeah. You go and you're like, oh my God, I can't wait to see this animated on TV or possibly even, a live action.
We'll go there.
Yeah, don't possibly even a live action.
Bring it down.
But that's the true stance. That's the true stance that I have. They're not necessarily doing a bad thing. Now, on the flip side of that, also from the artist standpoint, it can be a double-edged sword, because if you leak too much, if people get too much of what's going on,
then why would I go watch it?
Because you do have some people who and this is real, I have talked to some anime fans who only read mangas. They don't watch a lot of the actual animated shows. Yeah. And then on the flip side, you have a lot of people who watch the shows. They don't read the mangas. I'm probably 60-40. Okay. I watch the show. I read some mangas.
Okay.
That's just how I am. So it can be a double-edged sword. There's a fine line between the two, and at the end of the day, I guess it all depends on the leaker or the group of leakers that's like, okay, how much of this do we really want to thrust out there?
Okay. So no, I completely get where you're coming from. Now from the perspective of the consumer, just me personally, right?
Mm-hmm.
I love reading manga.
Okay.
Hell, the first manga I read through and through was Naruto. That's what really got me. That's why you
stuck on Naruto.
That's a conversation for another day.
So,
but that's what really got me into.
You knew I was gonna do it. You knew I was gonna.
That's what really got me into anime, or not really got me into anime, but it allowed me to get deeper into anime, right? But like anything, as life progresses, as I get into my career, as I'm a father, as I'm a husband, I don't find myself having time to go and read. Yeah. Or go look on the internet, try to search it so I can find it and read it.
Yeah.
So now with these leakers, it's for me, it kind of breaks the time. It allows me to get to it faster. Mm-hmm. And these leakers, some of them aren't. Some of them aren't providing the full chapter. They're just probably providing a couple pages,
which is fine.
A couple scans, which I personally love that, because if I ever do find the time to read it, now it's like, oh, bet this is what the current chapter preview is. Bet I'll go and read it. And me as a whole, I think it's kind of like, in what you're saying, it's a symbiotic relationship, right? Where as much as the studios may not like having the leaker, they need the leaker. They're necessary evil. Yeah, because if you don't have the leaker, what's to say that you're not going to get what's to say that you'll get the same excitement?
You'll lose an audience.
You'll lose an audience.
You'll lose an audience. And like I said, that's why we have trailers.
Yeah.
Because okay.
And like you said, the leaker is the trailer for the manga.
Yes, because they're not putting out actual quote unquote movie trailers or anime trailers. Like, it leaves you hanging. So yes, it's definitely a symbiotic relationship. It's a necessary evil, because let's just say, let's use the most recent one, not Solo Leveling, but the big one right now. Let's use Demon Slayer, for instance. Yeah. If leakers hadn't leaked some of Demon Slayer's content, I guarantee you Demon Slayer wouldn't. It probably would be now at this point, but you wouldn't have had so many people in anticipation for Demon Slayer coming out.
I'll even kind of add to that. If it wasn't for the leakers, there's no way the fandom would be as excited about the new movie that's about to come out.
Yes, which case I gotta get my tickets for, by the way.
I gotta get my tickets so we can go cop that. The fandom wouldn't be as excited about it, in my personal opinion. Or hell, like Jujutsu Kaisen. You know what I'm saying? Like, and spoiler alert, when Gojo.
Don't say it, but just
like that got people amped up to read that next that current
to go
chapter.
And read it, to go and find out what was going on. But like I said, have to go back to the artist. Have to go back to the artist stance. For the artists themselves, yes, it will piss you off to a certain degree, because it's like, I've done all this hard work and now it's got leaked out. That part now comes into play when you go and you talk to the studio, because your content got leaked, because when you're under the studio, essentially. So if your stuff gets leaked out, whose responsibility is it at that point? It's not the artist's responsibility, because they didn't leak it themselves. I mean, I'm pretty sure most artists isn't going to leak their stuff themselves. Some may, but for the most part, we're going to take the latter. I didn't leak my stuff myself. Y'all signed me. I signed the contract. I'm creating this. Y'all have it all. Yeah. How did it get out?
Yeah.
So not only am I pissed about my pay, I'm pissed now because
my hard work has
now been leaked out. And come on, let's be honest. When somebody is hacking your stuff, they're not going to take just a portion. They have everything.
Yeah,
they're just choosing.
They're choosing what to put out.
So it puts the artist in a bad position. It puts the artist in a bad position and puts them in a bad mindset at that point, because it's like, I'm not winning on either front.
I mean, I could only wonder how the writers or the artists for Mappa Studios, when that whole thing going on with Jujutsu Kaisen, where they're like, we're being overworked and underpaid.
Because let's be honest,
and then you stack this on top of it. Like,
anime is a multi-billion-dollar industry at this point.
Yeah,
there's no short of money,
none
at all. Like,
because you're getting it from overseas and you're getting it stateside.
Let's just think about the cosplay outfits. Like, they're not cheap
whatsoever
at all. So you're looking at all of this stuff, and because we have the internet, you're seeing how big your stuff is. You're seeing how big your hard work is. You literally see grown men arguing, discussing, and to some turn coming to blows about who's the best character, who's the strongest, blah 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 blah. And you're looking like, I'm not being paid enough. I am not getting paid enough to do this,
man.
So to reel all this in, I'll say it again. The leakers are truly, and this is coming from an artist, because if somebody leaks my stuff, please do. I need it. If somebody leaks my stuff, like, I'm gonna be pissed, but to a certain degree, I'm gonna feel awesome if I see, like,
there's a great response to it.
Oh, bruh, come on! Because at the end of the day, as an artist, all you want is to be appreciated for your work.
Yes.
That's all you want while you're alive.
Yes.
You want to be appreciated for your stuff while you're alive. I'm not gonna feel anything once I'm dead, and people's like, "Oh, that is so awesome."
I feel you.
I'm dead at that point. Like, appreciate my stuff while I'm alive. Yeah. So regardless of what some of the artists may say, they go back and they look at these forums and they're like, ha ha, they love my stuff. Ha ha ha. Come on, like,
after being pissed
substantially. But yeah, so they're necessary evil. It's playing both sides. You're playing devil's advocate. You're playing both sides. You can't straddle the fence, but with leakers, a lot of them truly are. So
this guy. So we'll keep y'all updated on this as we learn more about it. Who knows? Maybe this will just be a one-off situation and then it's done, or maybe it will blow up into something that will be that will affect the community, which I hope it doesn't.
I think it's gonna affect the community, but I think it's gonna affect overall. I think it's gonna affect the community in a positive way. To be honest with you, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's gonna make people have to wait.
Yeah.
Because
now you have enough content.
Yeah, true.
And you dove deep enough into Jujutsu Kaisen.
Where it's like you're either stuck or you're just...
Yeah, you either just going to cut it or you're just going to be like, you know what? All right, I'm going to wait.
Which I can tell you for me, like, if there's no leaker for Jujutsu Kaisen, I'm still going to go.
Absolutely.
Because I've been involved.
I will go rewatch the seasons again as I wait.
Like right now, right, with another manga that I've been really depending on the leakers for is that Boruto 2 Blue Vortex. Because I'm not even that invested in it. If the leakers aren't there, then it's like I may go a month or so without even thinking about.
Yeah, the leakers ain't putting it out of this trash.
So, but yeah, so like I said, we'll keep y'all updated on it. Let us know what y'all think in the comments below. Please be sure to like, comment, subscribe, get us in that algorithm.
Took the words home, bro.
I know, right? Hey, look, we